Hey, Sister Ruby, you had a question. Thank you so much for your comment, honey. I appreciate it. Well, with the weight loss journey, I can tell you that I wish I wouldn't have kept my consistent pattern of how I shop for the seasons. So this was my year to buy new denim. I haven't purchased new denim in probably about 4 years because I'm not a denim person. But this season, I'm feeling denim with sweaters, nice boots, and things, pumps, and the wide leg cut boot cut, denim look. I really like it. So I purchased a lot of denim pants about 2 weeks ago. I did purchase them smaller, right? Because I knew I was losing weight, and I wish I wouldn't have went and purchased all of those pants because they fit lovely now. Like they look really good on, no question. But I'm telling you, in about a month from now, they will be too big for me. And getting them altered, I would be paying basically the same price for the jeans. Believe it or not, instead of going to the normal places I usually buy my jeans from, I decided to give Fashion Nova jeans a try to see if I like them or not. Like as far as the fit, the quality of them, for especially with the price point they have. And OMG, I am so thoroughly impressed. I'm not kidding you. They had a sale like buy one pair of jeans, get the other pair of jeans free. So I was paying like $12 pair up, pair of jeans, and they fit amazing. Like as far as the style of them and the quality of them, they are really nice. They look really good. So, and I hate it, but honey, I'm gonna have to take those jeans to you know, donate them to Goodwill or something, probably around December, January. I'm not gonna be in them jeans at all because if I've lost 10 pounds, because I weighed myself this morning and I've lost another 2 pounds. So that take me right at 10 pounds even in 1 month. So with that said, if it's 10 in a month, then I'm thinking by the end of October, maybe being at 15 pounds down. I'm not gonna be able to fit those jeans even though I purchased them smaller. They're not gonna fit by then. They're just not. So I do believe that elastic is best, and even though I'm not a dress person during the winter months, I don't like for my legs to be cold. That is triggering for me. I cannot stand for my legs to be cold in the winter, but I'm going to have to do dresses, a lot of dresses during the winter time because of the weight loss and the way my body's changing until I kind of even out at a size, and then I can go back into, buying some of the things that I enjoy. But I sure hate that because I love those wide leg denim pants, the different styles, colors, washes I was able to purchase. And I put some on the other day for my doctor's appointment. They were wide leg. They had like a brownish wash to them. I had a white button up on 'em, rolled up sleeves, some cute little sandal heels, and it was the cutest look. Like everybody just I got compliments all day about that look. Honey, I cannot wear them pants. By the end of the next month, I won't be able to wear them. So, to answer your question, yes, doing your journey, elastic is best. It is. And my problem is that my look, even for a casual look, it is always a very tailored look. Like I go to the seamstress a lot to make sure everything is just so. And that's just how I am with my clothes and my look. But I was looking at some pictures I took last month, and my face looks so round and big and swollen. And this month, it's like a totally different face. I'm not kidding you. And I naturally have high cheekbones, very full cheeks, and a very chiseled face, not chiseled face, but a balanced face, right? So I'm not used to having a round face where you can't see any of my features. You can't see my cheeks, you can't see my chin, you can't see my jawline, you can't see, it's just all round and swollen. And so just by chance I was looking at some of my photos, and I was like, "Oh my god, my face looked like that." And seeing this month, it looks totally different. Like, I'm describing this stuff to you all, but you will get to see my before and after, because I'm doing a whole slideshow so people can see in real time, like, my body progressively changing. And I do these weekly photographs and all this stuff. So I want people to be able to see it all at once instead of a little bit at a time, so they can see like the time lapse photos of how my face is changing, how my body is changing, and everything. But when I saw those pictures, I was like, I don't even recognize my own face. That's just how round and swollen my face was. I didn't even recognize my own face. And so now it's not in my face anymore, and I'm excited, ecstatic, and thankful for that. It was something else I wanted to tell y'all about too. Oh my god, yeah, I have to tell you about this. So, I believe, notice the word that I said. I said, I believe that every year God gives me a distinct, uncommon, inexplainable birthday gift, right? I believe that it has been this way for years and years and years and years, and I don't know why, right? The other day, after I finished my appointment, I decided that I wanted to go on a quick trip to a new thrift store that they have here. And the reason why I go to thrift stores because I'm looking for their books. Thrift stores are the best place to get high end, expensive, vintage books for dirt cheap. It never, I mean, books I've been looking for years and years and years. I find them in thrift stores, right? And you guys know, I explained to you about the whole library in my house thing. I love reading. So after my appointment, I decided to go to this thrift store. And when you're perusing books, you're just standing there, you're reading a little bit of it before you decide to go ahead and purchase it. So I stick my hand on this book and I open the cover of the book so I can read the jacket on the inside of it. But I noticed there was a letter or something inside of the book jacket. And so I just glanced at it and then I shut it and then I put it back, but something told me to pick it back up. I picked it back up, I read the cover again, and then I thought to myself, how would this book be beneficial to what I'm doing right now? And then the thought occurred to me that in order to understand new strategies or ideas that are coming in business, it would be good to revisit how did economists look at money, commerce, international trade during economic hardships globally. And so I was like, okay, I get it. And then I thought about it. I was like, but I don't know what's going on with this lettering here. So I just went ahead and grabbed the book. Didn't think nothing of it, checked out, left with 6 books I purchased. So I get home and I decided to really take a look at this letter because I just glanced at it before. The letter belongs to and was written by a vice chancellor of Buckingham University. The gentleman who wrote the letter, okay, this is the crazy thing. The gentleman who wrote the letter, he was the author of the book that I picked up. So let me go back and explain this to you. I picked up a book. There was a letter inside of that book that was written in 1984. Okay. Did you catch that? Okay. The book was written in 1984. The letter that was inside of the book was written by the author of the book. He mailed the letter with the book to a friend. The author was the vice chancellor at Buckingham University. His ideas went on to be an actual economic theory that is studied and used today. His input that he provided to the BBC is what led to the British Broadcasting Network being what it is today. He was part of a council that was hand selected by Margaret Thatcher. Okay. Not only that, he was knighted. He is an actual knight. He was knighted by Queen Elizabeth because of the historic work and decision input that he specifically provided that made that television broadcasting network what it is today. Within the letter, he even discussed an upcoming book that wasn't even published yet. It only had a name. Okay. Did you catch everything that I just told you? And that book and letter are in my possession. There is no way, no way, no way, no way. There is no way, but God Himself knows how much I love studying global economies, how much I absolutely positively love all things British history. I love it. Royal history, especially, is one of my hobbies. I've told you all about that before. And I managed to pay, I don't want to get it wrong. Let me go get it. Hold on. Let me tell you the price. Okay. I ran to go get it. It was $2.99. $2.99. The letter is very detailed. He even attached to the letter with this paper clip. He has the forwarding address for he and his wife and different jobs he's been doing and things he's been working on. And I, it's the most beautiful gift. It's just, I tell this story for a reason, not only because I am downright flabbergasted right now. I spoke with a girlfriend and she was like, you definitely need to videotape, like, go back to the store, film where you were at and everything, and then just kind of go through a vlog journey to show people how you came upon this because this is unheard of. You have something that was not just in the possession of, but it was actually written, typed out, detailed information, letterhead, addresses, phone number. You have everything. It's in pristine condition, no folds, no rips, no tears, no discoloration, nothing. It is flawless, right? From somewhere as prestigious as someone who has been knighted. He's basically the father of the BBC. He's worked with Margaret Thatcher. He is world renowned. His economic theory, he literally has his own theory that is used now globally. It is used by high end, top tier economists. And you have that letter that he wrote to another big boy in the game of the economy and intelligence, the intelligence world, because he wrote the letter to a professor at Yale University. That's who received the letter. So, and I have it now in my I have it now in my possession. And my girlfriend was like, you need to do a whole series on this so you can teach people about him and teach people about his historic strides, since there's absolutely really not a lot of content on the internet about him outside of discussing the actual economic theory that's created, that he made, that's still being used. But as far as anything else, it doesn't exist until I put together this little series. But I'm so excited about it, because it's unheard of that just on a whim after a doctor's appointment, I'm like, oh, well, let me stop by this new thrift store to see if they have any books in here by any chance. And I did purchase a few other books as well, but that one, you see why that one is so special. And take you all along to get to see it be inspected and conversations about it and just seeing the whole process. I can honestly say I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, outside of having it placed somewhere safe, which I am going to do. And thank God for my mom teaching me what to do with rare and precious books, where to store them, where to take them, and how to properly preserve them. That's something my mom taught me, because she also collected a lot of, I'm talking about books from 1400s, 1600s, that were biblical and Jewish history that she collected. So that was her library. And my library is a little different because my collection, it's a little more diverse, whereas it focuses on politics. It also focuses on economy and faith, so in history. So those are the four pillars of my library and what I really read and get into. So you'll get to see, the process. Someone has already, my friend asked me, she was like, what are you going to do with it? Are you going to sell it? Are you just going to will it to your children? What are you going to just, someone actually did suggest that maybe I would like to donate it to a university or something. But in all things, I'm going to pray about it. But right now, the bottom line is it was my gift, and the Lord intended for me to have it. And it is the absolute best birthday gift I could have ever received, for my birthday, and I'm very thankful. So you'll get to see what happens with the gift. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Oh my God. I know that's some nerd talk, and I'm sorry for talking your ear off about it, but I just wanted to tell somebody about it. Like, I'm just that excited. And of course, I'm already talking to my girlfriends about it, but everyone are just so fascinated about just what are the chances of that? That is nothing but a God moment. God knows everything about you, what you like, what you get into, what you enjoy, and things that fascinate you. There is no way, no way. I walk in a thrift store. Do you know how many hands, people, time that book had to pass through before it got to that shelf? And you mean to tell me nobody saw that letter in that book? It's like, as soon as you open the cover, it was right there. It was right there. You mean to tell me nobody? And I'm not trying to be funny or nothing, but I did notice something. When I opened that book and I kind of looked at the letter and was looking at it, those who don't necessarily look like us were in the area, and that it was a predominantly, they don't look like us thrift store. I did notice they start kind of doing what I call hovering around, thinking or maybe waiting to see if I was going to put it back down. I put it down for an instant, and then I grabbed it back and just took it. But it was $2.99. And let's see what comes of it. Let's see what comes of it. Let's see what God about to do with this, because he got a plan. I got the book, but I promise you he got a plan. Um I'm gonna stop right here on this one so I can go read my Bible for a little bit. But Ruby, I did want to answer your question, darling. Hope that answered your question. Talk to you soon. Bye.